our dojo, our workout. Breathe in, breathe out. It's called pulling out the heavens. Breathe in, energy from the earth, energy from heaven, spiral it through our bodies. Breathe in, breathe out. One more. Breathe in, breathe out. First, we have 3 warm-up exercises that we always do to try to open up our body and make it more receptive to the movement and flow. So this is called Shake the 9 Gates. You start out by shaking your hands, trying to get blood to go there. And now you're going to shake your whole body, kind of bounce up and down. Your shoulders come up. We usually tell you not to move your shoulders, but in this case, you're coming up and down. And you're trying to get the skin moving over the muscles to move over the bones. We're trying to break up any adhesions in the fascia so fluids can go through, we can stretch better. Starting to turn back and forth. That's trying to get the stickiness out of our internal organs, warm them up a little bit so they can move around more easily. And fluids, and like I said, fluids and energy go through. Really loose. And then bring up your fingertips, throw your fingertips up, just relax. Just focus on your hands for a second. You're going to breathe in with your abdomen. Breathe out. Breathe in, just feel your hands. Navel goes out, breathe out, navel comes in. Everything we do, you're going to do abdominal breathing like that. Okay, second one is we're trying to, once again, warm up our internal organs again. So we're going to continue to go back and forth. Our hands are light. They can hit just under the ribs. That's liver 14. And then we're also warming up our neck and our mind we're following our chins, following our shoulders. And then what you want to do is you want to pick a spot on each side. And then as you turn, focus on it immediately. We're trying to wake up our mind. And then as we get a little bit more warmed up, you can move those 2 spots closer together. And if you have enough flexibility today, eventually you'll get there. You can just pick one spot behind you. Focus, focus, focus. It's called Dragon Shakes Its Whiskers. One more, and then we're massaging our internal organs. We're trying to stretch out our meridians. So you're coming up, you're pushing one way, pushing the other. So we're not, and then you can look down at the ground. So we're coming up, opening up our shoulders, and our hands come up as we breathe out. We stretch, we squeeze on one side. If you have any kind of spinal problems, you can skip this one. If you have ruptured disc or anything like that, be careful. But we're stretching open the meridians on one side. Breathe in, and then we're squeezing, massaging. Squeezing the internals on the other, so I'm trying to squeeze out stale energy, stale fluids. Breathe in, breathe out, and then you open up that side and let fresh fluids flow in. Breathe in, breathe out. Do one more each side. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so we want to get circulation to our feet and our hands. The way we're going to do it for our hands, we'll do various different things, movements. The way we're going to do it for our feet is we just sit here for a moment. You can have your feet about shoulder widths apart, toes pointed forward. You're just going to go, you're raising and lowering your hips, because what we're trying to do is your calves are considered your third heart. So as you drop down and come up, that squeezes your calves and relaxes it. It supports your heart by pushing fluid and energy out of your lower body. And then when you relax, it lets fresh energy come in. So, and you want to make sure you do it by raising and lowering your hips. You can also, we'll do some where you lift your heels, but right now, So you want to make sure your hips are going up, down, and you're not doing this. See, because nothing's happening, nothing's happening below the waist then. That's why you're raising and lowering your hips. Knees bend out gently forward. Okay. So how do you get blood to go to an area? As we age, blood withdraws from our limbs, and that's why we have so much arthritis and problems in our ankles and our hands. And so what we want to do is we want to get blood to go there. So one way you do it is by squeezing out the old fluids, and then when you relax, fresh fluids go in this case, blood. So what we're going to do is you're going to make a fist, and you're going to squeeze as hard as you can. You're going to lift your hips and come up, breathe in, keep squeezing those hands, and then drop down, dropping your hips. So your hips are going up and down. You're not going up and down a lot, but enough to engage your calves, your lower muscles. Breathe out. Breathe in. Keep squeezing as hard as you can. Your hands, that is. Breathe out. And so breathe in. We'll do 5. So this is the 4th one. Breathe out. Squeeze. And then breathe in. And when you get to the top at this time, just open your hands, relax. As you breathe out, just let them float down. We'll do 3 sets. If you look at your hands, hopefully you're ready. So squeeze your hands right now as tightly as you can. This is called a flash palm. And then open them up, and hopefully you see it was white because you squeezed out. You were squeezing hard enough to squeeze out the blood. But when you opened up, fresh blood came in and they're pink. We're going to do 2 more sets of these. So squeeze your hands, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, hips go up, reaching, squeezing those hands, breathe out. Breathe in. And then as you breathe out, relax your hands and just gently let them float down. Now squeeze your hands as tightly as you can. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, hips go up. Breathe out, hips drop down as you breathe out. And then 1 more, breathe in. Breathe out, let them float down. All right, so hopefully your hands are a bit pink now. That means we're being successful. All right, so another way to do it is you have meridians. You try to activate your nervous system and make blood go there. But the other way you do it is, if you try to throw the blood, instead of squeezing the blood out and having it come back, we try to throw the blood out there. So what we're going to do is we're going to come here, and you're going to make a fist, and then you're going to flick and open your hands. So what we're doing is we're going to flick, and then if you can, we want to go up and throw it out. But if you're worried about your balance, you can just raise and lower your hips again. I'm gonna go up and down a little bit more on my toes. Okay, so we're gonna do 20. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 19, 20. And then if you have good balance, you can even bounce a little bit more. So we'll do 10 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. And then shake your hands out, throw it down. Okay, so that was to stimulate the nerves. We're going to do some more qigong, but this is kind of acupressure. It's like acupressure puncture, but you're not using needles. So first, you've got a lot of acupuncture points in your hands, so we're just going to clap our hands 3 times. Now you're going to make you're going to hit, but you want to make like a little cup with your hand, and we're going to hit here. So you're making a cup. You don't want to hit flat. You're going to hurt yourself. You make more like a cup, and it's like you've got a little air ball. You're trying to hit it your arm, on the inside of your elbow, then you raise up, and then you do your armpit in your armpit. And then we're going to come and hit our sides 3 times. So, when you're doing this, if it's your first time, don't hit that hard. But we're trying to actually just stimulate the nervous system. So here we go. 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we go 1, 2, 3. 3. You can shake your hands, throw it out. So what you're trying to do here, you can also just do this just in these 2 points. You make your cup and you hit like 9 times. This is trying to hit your vascular system, send little shockwaves down your vascular system up here to try to get rid of anything that's clogging any of your arteries. And these ones are for activating the acupuncture points to stimulate blood and going there. So we're going to do one more. We're going to do one more set, which is for building up strength in the upper body. So there's several movements, but what we're going to do is we're going to use what's called dynamic tension. So I'll just show you what we're going to do. We're going to come up. This is, normally we tell you to keep your back straight. This is actually one where you get to arch your back and look forward because it works different. We're trying to work all the muscles in your arms and the supporting muscles. So here, you're working in your triceps. You're going to come back, lift weights. So that's your biceps, and you're coming up, going across your back. Now you're using the front to push forward, and then you're going to come up, and you're going to come down. So you're using the muscles on the side of your body, and then you're coming up, and now you're using your core because you've got a ball of air, and you're pushing it down under the water. So you're having to push. So we're just not moving our arms. So we're going to be doing this. If we're just moving our arms, that's what you would be doing, but we're using dynamic tension. Plus, as you notice, that's my hips are moving up and down, so we're using our lower body. So what we're doing, it's like we're here, and there's a pair of rubber bands, and we're pulling them as hard as we can behind our back. So and we're leaning forward, you're pulling this up and arching your back because you're trying to get your triceps. Now there's bands, rubber bands stuck to the floor, and you're not just doing this, you're using dynamic tension. You're pulling as hard as you can. Now there's an elevator door, you've got to open that, and there's a big door behind that. Now you're pushing out. You're coming up. There's rubber bands here, so you're using these muscles. You're not just dropping your arms on, using these muscles here to pull your hands down with those. And then you're going to come back up. We've got a ball of water, and you're going to use your core to push that water under. So we'll just do a couple sets here. So we're going to, breathe in, and then you breathe out, pull, breathe in, breathe out, tension. Now you're relaxed, breathe in, now tension. This is the same thing, remember so here we're tense, we're tensing and relaxing. We're going to come up here. So we are alternately, when we're doing the breathe in, we're relaxed, and when we breathe out, we tense. So that's also, remember, that's from our first movement. Push down, use your core, really push down. So that's tensing things and releasing it, that's letting blood flow back there. So we'll do 3 sets. So you're going to breathe in, then breathe out, Now relax everything, breathe in, breathe out. Relax everything, breathe in, breathe out, pull across your back. Now there's a big door there, relax, breathe in. Now push that stone door open. Once again, you have to use your core. You should be feeling it in your core. You're coming up, grabbing some rubber bands in the ceiling, pulling them down. Now you're going to go back up there, get a ball of air, push down. Okay, so relax, you're going to breathe in, and then pressure, tension, relax, breathe out, pull, relax everything, breathe in, pull the elevator doors open, relax, push the door, relax, grab the rubber bands. You're using these muscles on the side of your rib cage to pull those down, and then breathe in, and then here, using your core to push down. We're gonna do one more set. I just want you to know that after you've done it for a while, you can actually do it with weights. I don't recommend that right away, but so now you're here, so you relax, breathe in, and then relax, breathe in. Relax. 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 Your hands are facing out and then you're pulling down. And when you get here, your hands are facing in as you push down. Okay. So that you can use that to increase the circulation in your upper body. Your hips are going up and down, so you're working your legs, but we're using every one of those things, use a different set of muscles in your arms, so you can get some upper body strength, but you're relaxing, you relax, and then you tense, and then you relax and you tense, so you're trying to get blood to go there. All right. What we're going to do for a few minutes, did I have anything else? We're going to do the other thing that you can do to help your heart is to get rid of tension. So one way what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of movements. So you're going to have your hands here, and then this hand comes up. It's like it's opening a window, and you breathe in, and as you breathe out, you drop your hips down, and you push any stale energy out. So then you come back, you're going to breathe in. This hand comes up, opens the window, breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. You picture gathering positive energy, pushing that into your heart. When you get to your heart, you push out any stale energy. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And we have another one which is called, we've been doing this, is called tracing the wall. This is actually, we'll go over the breathing quickly. So as you get older, you tend to breathe with your chest. You want to be like a baby. Babies breathe with their stomach. So that's called abdominal breathing. So the natural way is breathe in, your stomach, your navel goes out, and then breathe out, you relax. So we'll just do 3 of those. Breathe in, you should be doing abdominal breathing. If you practice every day, after about a month, you do it automatically. You don't have to think about it anymore. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, and you can do when you do these, when you do abdominal breathing as part of your practice, when you breathe in, you can look up and your tongue, the main thing is your tongue goes to the top of your mouth, and as you breathe out, your tongue drops down. So breathe in, tongue up. Breathe out, tongue drops down. Okay, so this is natural breathing because when you breathe in, your stomach goes out, and when you breathe out, you relax your stomach and it comes back in. There's embryonic or reverse breathing, or it's also called pre-heaven breathing. This is when babies are in the womb and they're breathing, they're getting nutrients through their navel. So in order to get nutrients, they have to pull in when they breathe in. So breathe in, you pull in your navel, and also you pull up your perineum, kind of squeeze your rectum up a little bit, but not a lot. And then breathe out, everything relaxes. So breathe in, tongue goes up top of your mouth, navel comes in, perineum comes up, breathe out, relax everything. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so this way of breathing is we're trying to generate some heat and energy in our abdomen, and then by focusing on bringing up our tongue and things, we're pushing it up our spine. So we're trying, this builds up chi. So we're going to do a movement to go with it, which is called tracing the wall. So your hands are here, your hands are on a wall. So there, I'll do the movement. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So you're as relaxed as possible. Breathe in, breathe out. See, and so my hips are going up and down slightly, so we're engaging our lower body, getting circulation in our lower body. Breathe out. Okay, so now it's called tracing the wall. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to be doing this. Breathe in, breathe out. See, here my hands are on the wall, and then when they come down, they go to my navel, and I kind of come up and then put them back on the wall. You don't want to, this one you should actually practice on a wall if you haven't done it for a while. So you breathe in, and then as your hands come up, it stays on the wall. So now the back of my hands are touching the wall as they come up, and then my fingers stay on the wall and they just turn over. And you're supposed to be very relaxed. You whole body, your whole upper body is relaxed. You breathe in, breathe out, and then here, breathe in. Now your hands, since you're relaxed, you don't want your hands to come out and then use force to turn over. When you breathe in, you expand naturally, and your hands just come to about the width of your shoulders. And when you breathe out, your hands just have to kind of fold over. So there's not really any force. You're trying to have the movement driven by your breath rather than your muscles. So you're breathing in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so now we want to do it with reversed abdominal breathing. So you're going to breathe in, pulling in your navel, and then breathe out. Remember, your hands are staying on the wall. So now, like, my thumbs would be on the wall. facing upward. Now the back of my hands. Breathe in, pull in your navel. Breathe out, relax everything. Breathe in, navel in. Breathe out, drop down. Remember, our waist is going up and down slightly. A lot of stuff's going on, and of course, our tongue should be going up and down too. We'll do a couple more. Breathe in. Breathe out, tongue drops down. Breathe in, navel comes in, tongue goes up. Breathe out. Breathe in. You've got a lot going on here. Your hands want to come out a bit further when you're starting, so they don't stay, make a small circle. They make a big circle, but they stay attached to the wall. They attach to the wall. So if you can afford a wall and you've got one in your house, you should try this for the first couple times you do it to make sure that your hands are staying out further from your body. Breathe in, navel in. Breathe out, tongue drops down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And so you're also building up, since you're breathing, when you're pulling your muscles in, you're actually kind of shaping your body because you're pulling in here. So if you do it a lot, do it like 15 minutes a day or, 10 minutes twice during the day, you do 20 minutes, so you're actually pulling this. It can actually help shape your body a bit. Okay, so that's tracing the wall. And and the way we're doing it is for building up chi in your body and try to have more energy in your body. But the other way you help your heart is you do normal, natural breathing. That's when you breathe in, your stomach goes up, your navel goes out, breathe out, relax. So this is very relaxed. That stimulates your vagus nerve and calms it. And so this is very good for relieving anxiety and just relieving tension, lowering your blood pressure, and just also it's a kind of a meditation thing, so it can clear your mind. And if you go on the internet and look up what's abdominal breathing do for you, you'll see a list of 100 things. Anyway, so what this is, it's called pebble in a pond. So your hands are on the surface of a pond. When you breathe in, you're pulling in positive energy, so your hands go out. They're making a small circle, which is the biggest extent here, and then comes in. So then you breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. So it seems simple, but of course, what are the things we're doing? Okay, so first, see, my hips are still going up and down a little bit, so I'm engaging my calves, getting a little bit of circulation in my lower body. Okay, now the other thing is when your hands come out, you want to be careful. Most people do this, come back to their hips, and then go here, and that's like creating all this tension. When you pull your hands out, when they're about halfway to your navel, that's when they're greatest extent, and then they end up on your navel. So you're doing this. You're making a small circle this way, as opposed to this. You're gently breathing, opening, and your hands are almost not moving. It's because you're filling your body. You're trying to fill your whole body with air, but centered on your abdomen, and that causes your hands to go apart, and then you pull them in. So you're making a very small circle that starts out here, and you're not reaching because, of course, that causes tension. So relax your hands, put your hands out. That's where they are. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, so we're doing natural breathing. We'll do 5 times. Breathe in, tongue up, breathe out. Keep those shoulders relaxed. You hardly keep your hands up. Your hands are floating on the surface of the pond, so they're not going up and down. Breathe in. Breathe out. They're staying on the level of your navel. Breathe in. Tongue up. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Do 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, let your hands float down. Okay, we're going to come down. We're going to leave the practice room now by pulling down the heavens again. So you're going to breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then breathe in. Breathe out. And then